Okay, Monday morning in the kingdom, and it's gonna be an emotional day today. I gotta go into WHO-ville, yes, to get a load of water. Unreal. It'll be traumatic, just like those GoPro film footage is loading up on YouTube. Yes, and this morning we woke up to some decent temperatures, minus 14 Celsius, but feels like minus 22. Yes, yesterday was like just below zero or freezing, but that wind made it feel like it was 40 below. It was unreal. And then on the yo-yo scale, we have a lame-ass plus 6 Fahrenheit, but feels like minus 8. Confusion like Father's Day here in WHO-ville. And also, too, I woke up this morning to 14,001 subscribers. Now, when I go back in the house, it'll probably be 13,996. Oh, I can see it now. Some people will unsubscribe. Like the ex-women in my life, they'll hit the unsubscribe button. But we'll think positive. We're so close to 1 million subscribers. And also, too, the GoPro film footage video was a late start, like midnight, and within 16 hours it had 5,200, how'd you say, views? Yes, views, yes. And then I checked it this morning, yes, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday, it had 5,200 views. Oh, these lips. And I checked it this morning, and it was up 134. Yes, 134 views overnight or whatever, or 12 hours, I guess, or 14 hours. So I think the video got a flat tire or something, or fell out of cycle. Unreal. Oh, well, I'll just keep writing my books and become the famous Amazon author of WHO-ville. All right, we got some sunshine happening. We got everything ready yesterday for the big trip into WHO-ville. All right, let's quickly scroll here. Yes, sunshine. Days are getting longer. Yes, so Dick will be flying over here right away. Yes, we got him film footage, everything. Nobody cares until he crashes. Oh, well. We have some accelerants in the wood stove there. Ooh, it's a little dark, but the main thing is we're keeping warm. All right, that's it. The me phone's going to censor me, and the staff is coming over to escort me into WHO-ville because it's such a traumatic experience. Oh, well, I better go. Here comes the boss.
Monday morning in WHO-ville, it's almost 9 a.m. and as you can see, it is still pretty dark out right now, but the sun is rising. Now let's head inside and let the dogs out, then I can make breakfast. At 9:30, I'll head over to the kingdom and make sure my dad gets out and into WHO-ville with the water truck. 9:30 and I made it to the kingdom. Now we'll attempt to get out the driveway and go back into WHO-ville so my dad can get a load of water. Just after 9:30, we made it into WHO-ville, no problem. Now my dad will park the water truck and he'll take the skidoo back to the kingdom. Then in about 2 hours or so, depending on the water pressure in WHO-ville, he can return and take the truck home. Got the water started. Now my dad took the skidoo back to the kingdom. He'll bring the famous black cat down to the front gate because this won't make it back up the hill. He barely made it out of the kingdom. Now I'll head inside and do some laundry and wait for the water to be done. Back in the house, and I just wanted to give you guys a little update on my dumb cane, which I named Cane with a K. It is starting to have some new growth down here. Not sure if you can see it, but it is growing. That is pretty cool. I've only had it a couple days and it's already growing. Almost 11:30 and the water is officially done. I just messaged my dad and he's on his way from the kingdom with the skidoo. Then we'll head back to the kingdom and hook onto the famous black cat and drag the 39 into the yard.
Okay, 11 o'clock in the kingdom, and the shadows. We have lots of shadows. We have heavy snowfall warning coming, and we have the cats running. See, look at the tracks here. All right, so we have way too much snow base on this trail here, the driveway, and it's not compacted. Yes, it's not compacted, so the truck was just spinning, pulling an empty trailer. So guess what's going to happen when we come with a full trailer? We're going to get stuck. All right, let's go check on the cat. Okay, on this hill here, the truck did pretty good because we've been dragging and dragging and dragging, and it's packed, so we can drive around and propel ourselves over here. Oh, there's Jack. Just photobombed. At least it wasn't Dick in his helicopter. All right, we have the famous black cat up and running, so now we'll move it to the front gate. And then I'll skidoo into WHO-ville. Yes, skidoo into WHO-ville to pick up the water truck. Okay, down at the front gate, I don't have my Lily Tomlin mic, so I'll sound differently. Just in the bed, like in the bedroom, the ladies say. Oh, look at the ruts we have here. All right, so when I skidoo to town, I'll open the gate, and then when I come back with the 39 water truck, I can come down the hill, and I make sure the gates are open in case we have brake failure. Yes, brake failure. Yeah, it's slippery. Yeah, we don't have ABS or anything like that. So we have the famous black cat parked right here. I don't know if this is recording or not. All right, so we can pull up the hill, and look at the ruts we made when we're empty. All right, so there'll be lots of ruts when we're loaded, but oh well. All right, let's get into WHO-ville and have that emotional problem.
11:30 and we just made it back to the kingdom. My dad already has the famous black cat down at the front gate. Now he'll come down the driveway and we'll hook on and go up to the shop. Made it up the driveway, no problem. Now my dad will attempt to go in behind the house here and around to the shop. This is all packed ground, so he shouldn't have any problems, and we can unload the water. Made it around to the shop, no problem. Now my dad will grab the hose and we can start pumping off water. He'll pump into the shop and to the tank that's in the house. Almost 12 p.m. We just got the water hooked up and is unloading now. It'll take about half an hour to completely empty out the tanks. Let's head on over and see what my dad's doing. Well, I'm officially done in the kingdom for now. My dad can handle water on his own, so I'll head on back into WHO-ville and make lunch. Then at 2 p.m. I'll return with mail, and I think we're going to take the 41 down to the wood pile and fill it up. 12 p.m. and I made it home from the kingdom. Now it's time to head inside and let the dogs out. Then I can make lunch. I think I'm just going to have craft dinner today. Then at 2 p.m. I'll go up and do the mail and head back to the kingdom. 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's minus 16 degrees Celsius, which is 3 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It is starting to get windy out here, and there's some clouds rolling in behind me, so maybe we'll get all that snow they're talking about. Now let's head inside and wait for 2 p.m. so I can do the mail and head to the kingdom. 2 p.m. and I'll head over to the kingdom. I was going to check the mail, but the mail truck came in late today, so nothing will be sorted. I'll just do it tomorrow. Now let's head over to the kingdom and see what my dad's doing. Just after 2 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. Sorry about the background noise. Rogue and Iris are fighting over a treat. Looks like we're going to be putting up our new Sweden flag today and moving a couple flags around, and then we'll head down to the wood pile and load up the 41. Down at the shop now, we are going to be taking down this Manitoba flag here and putting up the Sweden one. American sent us a nice Sweden flag because it is too pricey for Sweden to send us one of their own flags. So thank you guys very much for all the flags. Now we'll take this one down and put the Sweden one up. This Manitoba flag will be going over with those flags off into the distance there. Make sure it's the right way up.
Hopefully.
I don't think this one has the right way.
Not like the Union Jack.
Got the Sweden flag up. Hopefully it's the right way up, but I'm sure you guys will let us know. Now we'll head over to the canopy shed and put the Manitoba flag back up. Got the Manitoba flag up, no problem. My dad had to climb on top of the canopy shed so we could reach it. Now we'll go over and get the mini out, then we have to dig out the double Z drag. Got the mini out, now I'll quickly find the double Z drag. You can see the 3 tires there, so the drag must be just in front of it. We are going to clean it out now because there's a bunch of snow coming, so if we don't do it now, it'll be even harder to find later. 2:30 and I just found the double Z drag. Now we'll head down to the wood pile with the 41. As you can hear in the background, my dad already has the 41 started. Now let's head on down there and load it up. Shouldn't take me very long. I just need some rocks and small kindling and stuff. Almost 3 p.m. we made it down to the wood pile, no problem. My dad's gonna head back up into the kingdom and find some plates for the wood stove because he's putting rocks along the bottom. Then he'll cut up some ties. Should take me about a half an hour to fill this. I'm just looking for small kindling here and mostly rocks. Now let's start filling. Just after 3 p.m. and I was able to get the 41 loaded. Took me about 15 minutes. I was looking for more of rocks than anything else. I did get some good core boxes in there as well. I have a hole right here where all the water soaked boxes are. That way the next time the 41 comes down here, I'll be digging out of the hole. Now I'm going to clean up over here a little bit and find some core boxes while I wait for my dad. I was able to get along the edge here and pull up a bunch of core boxes. I have a good pile there. Now my dad's going to come down and get the 41, then we can head back into the kingdom. My dad came down and he needs a few ties for the table, so we're going to grab these 2 that are sticking right here and poking out. That way when the loader comes down to grab out of the stack here, it's not going to rub on the tire. Almost 4 p.m. and I just got a bunch of ties on the table and put them anyway. Now we'll fill up all the tubs and the wagon, then we'll be done for today. 4 p.m. we just got all the tubs filled and put a bunch of ties in the hoe shack. I'm officially done in the kingdom, so let's head inside and grab my dog treats, then go back to WHO-ville and do the weather at 5 p.m.
Okay, well, the staff was loading the 41 Chevy 4x4. I went to the trailer. Yes, trailer number 6, the one we moved, the black one, where the steel is, all the steel. So I picked out some good quality worn out plates, okay? Anything at the mine could be a wear plate because it'll be thin at one end or rusted or whatever. That's what we want. We don't want the good quality stuff, and then I marked on it, but it'll be 3/8 at this end and like 1/4 at the other end. All right, let's do the walk and talk video. Oh, there's my measurements. I had to write everything down at my age so I didn't forget. All right, the water hose is drained in the shop. Everything's put away. We had a productive day. Yes, and I also thought the staff had the mic for my me phone, so I wasn't recording. And I find out it was sitting on the counter. All right, so I got the plates for the rocks, okay? All right, so we're going to put 2 across the front here, put 1 across, weld it on, and then we can still throw rocks in, and then the second one we put on the top. All right, pretty smart thinking, eh? There's no way I'm going to carry a big plate over here, so we're going to use up what we have. And we have some vertical thingy-me-bobs to go in here, to go up, and then we can throw rocks over the back. All right, so I'm quite confident we can make this thing. What are we going to do with all these rocks? Yes, we have lots of rocks, so let's make the most of it, because the YouTube subscriber, Kingdom followers are suggesting it, that we have, how to say, a place to absorb heat, and then when the stove dies out, to release the heat. It's kind of the same as the 500 gallons of water, because we got water today, so the shop feels cold at that end because we have the water at that end, so that's 500 gallons. But we can also have no heat in the shop and it still feels warm because the water is warm. All right, does that make sense? If not, have a drink. Okay, I'm over here, and we had no problems with the water truck with 500 gallons across here and around behind the house. You know why? Because we've been dragging the dog trails. So this has gotten really packed hard. It's probably 12 inches of packed snow. No problems when 500 gallons of water is overloaded on tires and goes across, okay? But the other parts of the yard, we're going to have to cut down, like a grader. Oh, wait, the grader's not done. Somebody got sidetracked. Oh, yes, it's called Winter, Write Books, and Survive. So we have the Z-Drag here. It's actually a gigantic M, but we call it the Z-Drag to confuse everybody. Yeah, it's just like Father's Day here in WHO-ville. There's the front. We pull on the front. There's 1, 2 crossbars. And then over here, 1, 2 crossbars. And then we have the back one. So it's 4 grater blades, basically. It's going along and shaving the snow off. So this thing is hard to cut, so we can't use the small cats. We have to get the big boys out. And also, too, it's on chains here, because it's totally flexible. Yes, totally flexible. So we're going to get this out after the big snowfall tonight or tomorrow, and then we can cut the yard down. And then we can drive around in the 48 Chevy sedan delivery and wave at the ladies.
5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's minus 15 degrees Celsius, which is 5 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It was pretty nice out there until the clouds rolled in. Looks like it's going to snow, so let's head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, it was a busy day hauling water. Yes, it's part of living remote. Yes, living remote, hauling water, doing wood, firewood, everything like that. It takes a lot of time, but we've had a real job. We'd be at our job, return to the kingdom, and how would you say we could work on our projects? But we have to pay for water, we have to pay for somebody to haul it, pay for firewood, or crank up the heat. All right, so we have the TD18 de-snowed. We swept the snow off, but more is coming tonight. We just got the base coat off, so then hopefully when the snow is done, we take the big boys out to pull the double Z-Drag. The 39 Chevy is looking good. Once again, it hauled the water like it has for the last 30 years. The 41 Chevy was fired up at the last minute because we need the rocks. We need more rocks for around the wood stove. Yes, so the best thing to do is you'll get some firewood and some rocks all at the same time. So that worked out good. All right, so the water trailer can't be parked back in its spot until it's snow plowed there. Yes, we have to plow the snow. That way it's easier to do it. So it got dumped in the middle of the yard. And then over here, we have some color. We have to thank the American fellow Kingdom follower, YouTube subscriber that's gifted us, what, 3 flags now or 4 flags now? We thank him very much because this place is looking good, and we have that Swedish flag. We'll talk more on it tomorrow in the intro when I'm sober. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. Talk to you later.